My name is Trish Ware, and I am obsessed with all things pregnancy and birth and helping you to navigate both the practical and the magical seasons of this journey called motherhood. I'm an all-day coffee-sipping mama of 7. I've had the amazing privilege of delivering many babies in my 15-plus year career as a labor and delivery nurse and as a mama of 7. I'm here to help you take the guesswork out of childbirth so you can make the choices that are right for you and your baby. Quick note, this podcast is for educational purposes only and does not replace your medical advice. Check out our full disclaimer at the bottom of the show notes. Hello, everyone. I am happy to announce today's guest. We've got a special episode for you guys. I've got Julie Dhingra from Sacral Garden, and we're going to be chatting about her journey from trying to conceive to her incredible business that she has now. Hi, Julie. How are you?
Good. How are you? Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. So tell everyone just a little bit about you, and then we'll start talking about your journey, but maybe tell everyone who you are, how many babies you have, because of course this is the birth experience.
So my name is Julie, and I am a proud mama of 2 kids, an 8-year-old and a 4-year-old, almost 9-year-old and a 4-year-old. And a little bit about me is that I started a new company that was out of my wheelhouse. My background had very opposite backgrounds from aerospace as a pilot, 737 pilot, last training for Alaska Airlines training pilot. And now, after I was trying to conceive with my second baby, I started to get some more inklings about wanting to do something to try to help women that were going through similar things as me to recover, first of all, from pregnancy, and for products to try to take a more holistic approach from a mind, body, soul connection to products that involve healing, but from a deeper level, and came up with Sacral Garden. And so a products, specifically intimate care products, to try to help in an area where I felt that there was a big gap for women missing for such a large event that happens to many women, or a series of events that happen for women and need more options for recovery.
So, okay, we're going to rewind a little bit. So what she's talking about when she says intimate is she means for our girl parts, our special lady bits. And
Yes.
Lord knows
Yeah.
we need extra stuff for that because they take a beating.
Yeah, it's a pretty traumatic event. I was very surprised after going through my first pregnancy with my first baby that I was sent home with an ice pack and told to make some things in the freezer and stick them next to my chicken nuggets, and think that was going to help be enough to handle the whole situation, which I didn't think was enough and thought was pretty inadequate. So I thought that there has to be more. And growing up with Ayurveda and having that knowledge, and having my mom and all the people that I've watched around me, how they treat postpartum care and post-pregnancy care is a lot different and has a lot more to it. So I brought that to the table for more people to have as available to them.
That in itself. So you guys, I have an unfair advantage because for some of you guys know that I am mentoring and coaching female business owners, and Julie reached out to me through Labor Nurse Mama about her Mom Ask, which is for your lady bits. And my team and we met to talk about this product because I don't just willy-nilly. I don't care how much people offer me. We do charge, obviously, but if it's not in alignment with my core beliefs and what I want for you guys, because what I want for you guys is a much different experience than a lot of us have had to have, whether it's birth or postpartum or motherhood or whatever, relationships. However, Julie and I connected. She's now a part of my business coaching group, and we are like soul sisters. Like, we have had very similar paths. And what I love so much, two things, because we're going to go in a little more depth because I know your story. And her story actually started when she was trying to get pregnant. And I feel like you breezed over that a little bit. And I am so intrigued because a lot of the terms that she talks to me about on our coaching calls, I don't even know what they mean. But then once she explains them, I'm like, yeah, okay. And I come from a very strict Christian background and taught that this is woo woo and that is woo woo, and you shouldn't listen to this and you shouldn't listen to that. And of course, I am very much a believer, but my perspective on some of those things have changed because no matter what you believe, we do know that our body works in a holistic way. And that includes your mind, your spirit, your physical, all of those things. And so I want to stop and I want you to share just some of the things you've shared with me about the decisions you started making while you were trying to get pregnant and just how passionate you are about that.
For sure. And I want to mention that when I talk about the products and Ayurveda and spirituality obviously comes into it, but it's a more energetic level. It's not based on any religion. That when I talk about it and all the products and everything that are involved Ayurveda from a perspective of using plants as medicine, using the earth as medicine, and energetic forces that are around us that we are made of, vibrational beings that, and the earth vibrates. Medicine
I
comes
love
from the
that.
earth.
That oh, it just makes me, it's the same what I teach with birth. Like, to think that we don't have inside of us what we need to birth our own babies is outrageous. It really is outrageous. And I love what you're saying because one of the things that I've become so passionate about is rhythm. And when you're in labor, when you're comforting your child, when you're stressed, whatever, we have a rhythm inside of us that we find that calms us and soothes us and helps us achieve escape from labor pain. And all of that is just totally in alignment with what you're saying. Like, to think that our planet doesn't have readily available what we need is not, I just feel like it's wisdom to know that there is a healthy, plant based, like earth based option for us. Not that I'm against medicine, y'all, because everybody knows I'm a nurse. Yeah. Yeah.
Combination. It's a combination. You use all the things and all the tools you have, and this is just utilizing more tools in your toolbox to try to um, optimize your results. So the whole point, and that's a lot of the traditional medicines and stuff in Chinese medicine and Asian medicine and Ayurveda is all based on a lot of that. Is just using not, you're not saying you're not going to use common medications and common technology. And even in our masks, like, it's made out of biocellulose that didn't exist 2000 years ago. It's a coconut ferment. It's 100% plant-based coconut ferment, but it's a material that didn't exist before. So now we've incorporated that baseline and infused it with things that are nature-based, helping your mind and your cleansing. And the reason we call it Sacral Garden is because it's your sacral chakra, which is one of your chakras that help. And you're trying to get back to a healthy balance and using the products, the oils that we use and the plants that we use to try to rebalance your, what we have doshas in Ayurveda. So you're using those to try to rebalance them when you get out of balance and find your rhythm, like you said. You want to use them to help get to that place, either pre-pregnancy, post-pregnancy, or even during pregnancy. It's important to remember that your senses, not just the earth, your senses are there to help you through getting pregnant, in your pregnancy, and afterwards. Your senses of smell, the aromatherapy, things that are pleasing to you to help calm you. The things that you put on your body should also do the same thing, calm and soothe you. And energetically, there's tools that are in the universe. Like rose water is one of the main ingredients that we use for cleansing in our mom masks. And for that reason, we use it is dual purpose, because it's an antiseptic and it's antibacterial, and it's really going to actually soothe and calm um, after you've gone through this. Instead of making these padsicles at home and sticking them in the freezer with undiluted oils, we've created something that you don't need to do that anymore. And it's more, not only more effective because we're using a material that's used in hospitals anyway. Now we've incorporated that for your who, basically. So
I love it too. And by the way, you guys, it smells incredible. I was telling Julie the smell, and I think it's a part of the something about it triggers a memory or something for me. It just smells so good. It smells so good. I don't even have a fancy word. Tell me about how you went from A to C.
getting pregnant with my first child was a little easier than my second baby. I had gone through several miscarriages in between my first and second child, and that was pretty traumatizing for me. And I had to find ways to, I still wanted to have my second child, so I needed to find ways and wanted to find ways to try to rebalance myself so that I could be ready again to try again. And one of the areas that I found that was really difficult was that there wasn't a lot of things out there that were for vaginal care, for that kind of thing, to deal with this, what was happening to my sacral. And I meditated and I did used tools that I learned through my background and understanding. Is, I guess, one of my major influences in life is Hay House, and starting with Wayne Dyer, that moved me into Deepak Chopra, and reading their guidance on manifesting and meditating and sitting and calming and cleansing and getting ready for pregnancy again. And that's where this kind of was born from. After I was ready to try again, I thought there needs to be something out there that helps cleanse and get someone feeling better to try again, and incorporate things like energetic tools as well. So that's why we've incorporated citron crystal and water lily essences and things like that, and rose water into the products, because then you're using that as another way to help your process of getting ready for your fertility journey. For me, that's what I had. That's where it led me. And I did get pregnant eventually with my naturally. It didn't, even though I had been going, I wasn't a candidate for IVF. So what was available to me was basically not working. And that is where a lot of this came from. It came from me wanting to create more things and products on a holistic level for women out there to have as options that go beyond just putting something on your body, and making sure that they were natural. That was a major factor for me. I didn't want it to be a contributing factor that whatever I was putting on my body was something that could be harming my situation or causing the miscarriages or anything like that. So I was very conscious, and that's when I also decided, after my second baby was born, is to get a diploma from Formula Botanica and learn about all the ingredients and how to do organic skincare, and use that as a base knowledge to create these things for others.
I bet there's not many people that go through that program that are getting their diploma to do skincare on the vagina.
No, it's a more of a niche area, because there is obviously some cosmetic type products out there that deal with, on a cosmetic level, of making things maybe look better or things like that. But this was not that. And I wanted it to be very clear that's not the purpose. You may feel better and you may look better down there, and everything might be, that's not the whole purpose though. The whole purpose is, like, as soon it is to feel better and cleansed and ready and recovered, and using actual ingredients that are effective and work for the healing process too, that exist. Like moringa is one of our major oils in our perineal oil and in our recovery oil, which is a known ingredient. It's a tested ingredient that's been used for helping and healing and
So
recovery.
tell me about the mom mask. Like, what are the suggested uses? How do you use it? Do you put it in the freezer? Do you put it in the fridge? Can you throw it in your diaper bag? Tell me about them.
I suggested that it should be in the your bag when you go home, before you go home, for as how you would use a Padsicle. Our masks is labeled as mask for intimate care because it's multi-purpose, but it's a Padsicle essentially, and you can freeze them. Absolutely not. You can cool them, refrigerate them in the fridge before that, and they're very cooling whether you put them in or not. And if you use them, and I have my own experience, it's like a instant cool as soon as it touches your skin, to cool and soothe your skin. And they come in packs of 4, and they come in singles. For postpartum care, you would at least 4, to try to use them the same way, in the same amount you would use a Padsicle. You can actually use them on a pad, or you can act if you have the time to sit. And I know new moms have issues with that, so that's why I designed it to fit on a pad, so you can use it on a pad and still walk around and nurse if you need to nurse, or do whatever you need to do, but and still get some recovery at the same time. Or you can just sit and use it for some me time, and sit and put the mask on and wait 15 minutes, take it off. You don't even need to, the suggestion is not, you don't need to take the serum off. It's 88% rose water. There's all safe ingredients. It's not soapy or anything that's residue or anything that's left behind. So the serum is good for your skin to leave in, and or if you feel like it's too much, you can cleanse it or wash it off
And
after as well.
so you could lay it on top of an ice pad as well, I would imagine.
Yes, yeah, you can lay it on top of the pads that they give you from the hospital. Sometimes they give you the pads that you can stick the ice cubes in, and you can stick it on top of that pad as well.
Okay. And if you do it like I teach them to use an infant diaper, you could just lay it on the infant diaper, put some ice in the diaper, and be on your merry way. Let me ask you, is it safe to use if they have a repair, if they have stitches?
So I suggest to use it with the doctor's recommendation always. But on open wounds, for sure, you want to make sure you check with your healthcare providers before you put anything on an open wound, just to make sure that there's no infections or anything like that you're dealing with. But for stitches, like I said, the material is right now used for burn victims in hospital. That's what it's used for. So it's used for burns in the hospital commonly, but on open wounds, you want to check with your doctor first.
Do you think it would also help with hemorrhoids?
Yes, it's got witch hazel, it's got rose water. And it's in the shape that you can move it forward or back to hit those areas wherever you need them down there.
And
So
about how long do they wear it? Is it fif- and then
15
take it off?
minutes, 10 to 15 minutes. Yeah. Yeah, yeah. All the serum should be soaked in by them, and the cooling and soothing factors and everything should be getting in there at that point. And yeah, you're getting the effects that will happen slowly
Is
after
it
that.
harmful if she falls asleep or forgets or it's on top of her pad or anything?
No,
Okay. That's because you know how
no,
that
no.
goes when you've just had a baby.
Yeah.
Like, I might not trust myself to wait 15 minutes and take it off. So tell me about the oils that are coming.
So we have our recovery oil and our perineal oil that's available now. The recovery oil you can use after masking, after your Padsicle, for after the wounds are closed, to make sure your wounds are closed, and then use that as a recovery to try to help your skin. That skin that's been torn or anything that's had stitches and you've had them removed, and it's clean to go and ready to go. So that's for that area. The oil is a multi-benefit oil that we created, so that it has orchid oil in it. So it's actually soothing, softening for the hairs down there as well, and the skin. It has saffron, which is antibacterial and a great, hugely powerful ingredient used in Ayurveda for speeding up this recovery process. And our perineal oil, and both of them have, I mentioned moringa in them as well, which is pomegranate and moringa, which are very good for antibacterial, anti-inflammatory benefits, all for the inflammation and healing and recovery of your skin. And the perineal oil also has sesame and almond and moringa, which are there's only 6 ingredients in our perineal oil and perfect for preparing to give birth vaginally. And it's available now.
Okay, so it's perfect for mamas doing perineal massage prior to delivery. So it's safe to go inside a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. The oils are there's no the only thing that's preserving is the vitamin E, which is an oil, the tofurol, which is completely safe. It's 100, there's only 6 ingredients that are all 100% safe to go in and around
Okay.
everywhere.
And so for you guys who are pregnant and preparing, this is a great alternative to using coconut oil or something to that effect. It's got a lot more soothing and products that will benefit you. So I love that so much, Julie. It's awesome. So tell me about some of your other products that you have coming or that you're working on.
So we have a gusha tool that's our rose crystal uh, product that can be used with our recovery oil to help massage your C-section scars for that same sacral area, to help recover with that as well. And we have our essential oil blend that is to help rebalance either before or pre or balance or rebalance afterwards for post-pregnancy care, to rebalance the chakra. It's a signature blend that's specifically for your sacral.
So with the rose quartz, is that what you said? With that tool, would you use, so I highly recommend you guys do scar massage. You do need to wait until it's completely healed. But how would you recommend that? Do they use an oil with that tool as well, or just the tool?
Yes, yes. You can use it with, I would suggest to use it with an oil when you use the actual gosha tool, you can use it with an oil to try to help massage the area slowly on a fully healed scar, already a fully closed scar. Try to minimize
The scar tissue to be official. Okay. Oh, yay, so I love it when I have moms who start businesses, because there's just so much passion about what you're doing and why you're doing it and the impact that you're making. And I just love the holistic approach that you have. And I love these products. Unfortunately, it's like all these pregnancy products, all these different things. But when it comes to baby comes out and then she gets dropped, mom's gone, no big deal. Yeah.
Yeah, what about me? And moms do it too. Moms forget about themselves. I watch them as we go to the baby show and they're buying all these things for their babies and everything, but they have completely forgotten about themselves. They're not thinking about the self-care that needs to be done and the self-care that needs to be for them so that they can be better and more prepared, not in pain when they're ready to take care of their babies.
And there's just something so luxurious about the mask too, to make you feel like, I don't know, like the smell and the combination. And it's like when we do a mask on our face or do like special care on our face, like it just makes you feel good.
That was the whole point, because I wanted it to be a treatment with the oil, the mask, and the mist, all because we have the perineal mist as well that's coming in the next few weeks here. And all three together is supposed to be, whether pre-pregnancy or post-pregnancy care, to make you feel like you've gotten this treatment like a facial. You've gone in, you've cleansed. You don't just go there to make your skin look better. Sometimes it's to make you feel better. And that's why there's a combination of the two involved in this. A feeling good mom is going to make a better environment for a new
Yeah,
baby.
happy mom, happy home.
Yeah, happy mom, happy home.
For those of you guys listening, probably by the time this airs, the mist will be available. And we've got a discount. So if you want to tell them about that.
Yes, so we have a code for our website for LNM 15 to get 15% off our products on our website using this for Labor Nurse Mama.
So L is in labor, N is in nurse, M is in mama, 15, the number 15, and you guys can go to sacralgarden.com. And I really suggest you try these products out. Like, they're really good. And the thing about making the Padsicles, which is a fantastic option, you guys, but the thing about it that I love, which we're not going to have video on this, but I am going to do some reels for these because they're just really awesome, is that they're really thin and you can throw them in your bag. Whereas with your homemade Padsicles, you really can't take one to the hospital with you. And these are great that you could use one once you get to postpartum. I'd wait till you get to postpartum, you get your first shower, get ready, and then it's just going to make you feel so good. And like you're doing something for you, because you are so important, like we were saying. So Julie, thank you so much for coming today. Can you tell everyone where they can find you? I've told them your website, but...
Yeah, so Labor Nurse Mama 15, you can use that code on LMN15 on our website at sacralgarden.com. We are on Amazon with our masks only. So you can find the masks there, but all the rest of the products are not available on Amazon. So you have to go to our website. We are in some subscription boxes, Stork Bag, Nurture 9, Mama Bird. We're in those boxes. So if you subscribe to some of those boxes, you will see some of our masks in there. And the dirty box, which is the clean, actually the opposite, right? So it's the clean beauty box. We are in there as well.
What about your social media, Julie?
Oh yeah, all of us on Instagram, Sacral Garden Skincare, and TikTok and Facebook. We're all the same handle, Sacral Garden Skincare.
Awesome. Thank you so much for coming today. Thank you for listening today, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of The Birth Experience with Labor Nurse Mama and with Julie from Sacral Garden Skincare. Do not forget this important point. You are valuable. Take care of you. As always, hit subscribe, leave us a review, tell us what you want to hear more of. We want to hear from you guys. And see you again next Friday. Bye for now.